Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm playing with some fun Brutus Monroe products. Now these are Roundimals. We have I Love Spending Quality Time with You, Missing You Pig Time, What'll I Do Without You, and You're a Hoot. Now I'm not going to be using the sentiments, but I am going to be using the animals, the Roundimals, and the dies. So I only have one photo, but I got a big story to tell, so I'm going to do that. And then this is the stack of paper I purchased during a Brutus Monroe sale. So I'm going to flip through, see what I can find, what I might like. I'm definitely feeling the colors for these guys. So let's see what I can do. All right, you guys, I had a flip through of my papers and I chose a couple that just kind of stood out to me color-wise. And that is this orangey stripe, the reddish polka dot, and the teal green paperclip paper. So I just have those out and I kind of know where my layout is going to go, but then I need it to stamp my Roundimals. So I left this in here because I put the Roundimal the wrong way on my Misty. That happened. So I just go ahead and flip that bad boy over and go ahead and stamp them up again because I want nice, deep, dark, crisp black images. And there were, using a stamp positioner tool really makes it super easy to get those images. If you don't get them perfect the first time or you just want it a little bit darker, you just flip that sucker over and you got it. So I have stamped out 2 of each one, and each of the Roundimals has their own die to match. I did grab my heat tool and decide to heat set the ink just because I planned on painting on them pretty much as soon as I was finished cutting them out. And I just wanted to make sure that they were dry. I didn't want my ink blending in with any of my color if I was going to do that. I am using a little bit of purple tape and I keep it in this handy dandy little plastic dispenser that I did buy a while ago off the Brutus Monroe website. I'm not sure if it's still there. I haven't looked for it in a little while. If it is there, I'll put it in the link, like the description box down below. I'll put a link down there. I have had a couple of questions recently about some of my basic tools, and that is one of them. So if it's there, I'll link you guys. I am using Distress Oxides and a little bit of water to go ahead and paint my Roundimals. And I am just putting them directly, I'm putting the ink directly onto my mixed media mat, spraying a little bit of water, mixing it together, and then painting my little heart out. So I ultimately use 5 colors to paint all of these animals, and I mix some of the colors a little bit together just to give me a little bit of variety. And I'm not really using the Distress Oxides to their full potential. I'm using them basically as a watercolor, but I'm not doing any techniques to oxidize them. I'm just doing what I'm doing right now. And what I did right there when I squirted off the brush into the paper towel, super, super lazy way of cleaning your brush if you don't have a bowl of water. And honestly, you guys, I don't always have a bowl of water handy, and sometimes I don't even know that I'm going to need a brush in the moment. So if it's not like acrylic paint or anything like that, if it's kind of a watercolor or a stamp pad, a water-based stamp pad or something like that, I just cheat and squirt that little brush right into my paper towel. And then after I'm done with my project, I'll go clean my brush off. But when I am in the groove, I don't want to stop, go get a water bucket, and it's too much of a mess. I am using Distress Oxides, like I said. This is pretty sure this is Tattered Rose, and I think it is a great color for this little piggy. I mean, look at this little piggy. He's so cute. I really don't know if they're dudes or chicks, but you know what you could do is tie a little bow for the little piggy head, and then you could differentiate a girl piggy from a boy piggy. I don't know, you could do that. Fun fact, we used to call Chloe Piggy as her nickname. So Alex was Boogie, Chloe was Piggy, and Lana is Lana Butt. So yeah, just some random fun facts you did not know. Now with this Distress Oxide, I can't read it. I'm not wearing my glasses for one, and two, it's too small on this little screen. But anyway, I am using this kind of brownie grayish color, I want to say. So when I actually mix the brown and the gray together, they create another animal fur color. I just think it turns out to be a great animal fur color, is basically what is happening here. Now I am going to leave in this entire process of painting the animals, not because I'm some sort of stellar painter and I'm not like really giving you any tips or tricks, but I like to see the full process sometimes in videos. I like to see what happens, and I figured, you know, if I like to see that, then some other people probably like to see it as well. So I'm going to leave that in there. Now the little owl guy, super cute little dude, I'm going to go ahead and paint him in there as well. Now originally I was going to leave his wings unpainted because they are going to be a different color, but I figured I would still put in that base of his body color. That way, you know, it would just build a second layer of color on top of it. So I'm going to just wrap up this little guy, and he does look a little bit yellow right now, but I promise you guys, he is not. He is a brown owl, or she is a brown owl. Who knows? They are a brown owl. Not sure what they are. They're just cute. Can we just all agree that the little Roundimals are cute? So I am just using a paper towel to kind of clean up the mess, and then this is where I mix the gray and the brown, and I'm just going to do the little koala ears and paw a different color just to give him a little bit of contrast. Now, I'm sure you have seen the other members of the inspiration team of Brutus Monroe do some seriously wicked awesome coloring with these bad boys. I'm not a fancy colorer. I would love to be one, but I don't want to take the time to do it, to learn it and to do it and to practice it. I would rather play with all the other things. But I do enjoy coloring. I enjoy coloring with crayons. I enjoy coloring with pencils. I enjoy coloring with markers. I enjoy coloring with paint. I just don't pretend that I'm some sort of big expert on it, because believe you me, I am not. Now, all of these little guys are going to have some sort of blue basis eyes, and that's because I don't want to pull out more colors. I grabbed in my Distress Oxides these 5 colors because I thought that they would be great, and then I didn't think again about like eye colors or noses and beaks and all that kind of stuff. So I am just using a mixture of the blues and the purples together to kind of just alter the eyes a little bit. But I don't mind that they all basically have blue eyes. I really don't mind that whatsoever. This is a page for Lana's birthday trip, and Lana has blue eyes. So see, there we go. We justified it, didn't we? But yeah, I do a lighter blue eye on the pig because the pig is a little bit of a lighter color. And then I'm going to mix the pink and the brown a little bit together just to do some contrasting color on the pig. So the bottom of the hooves, the inside of the ears, and the little piggy nose, those are all going to be this newly mixed color. And then I pull some of the darker bits up at the top just to color in the penguin feet and nose. Now, I probably could have pulled some sort of yellowy, orangey color for that. But you know what? I mixed up a color right here that's perfect. If I do it a little bit darker, then it's, there's like contrast and everything. So I am super pleased with how these little guys came out, like super pleased. I just wipe off my mat with my paper towel. I'm going to put that off to the side, and then we are going to get started with putting the layout together. So this photo is a photo of the circus train in Disneyland. And in the circus train, you can either ride in a little cart like this, or you can ride in an animal cage. And it's a lot of fun. And the only, I just ran out of my ATG there, so you will see a mix of glues and tapes being used on this page. So back to the little circus train. So the entire time we're in the circus train, the only thing I can really think is like, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and I just see like that being said, and I think I even said it a couple times, except we switched it to Happy Birthday, you filthy animal. So I just thought that this would be totally cute and a great story to tell with the photo, even though if you just looked at this, you might be like, what the heck is this a photo of? You really do have to read the title and the story to get the full impact of it. But I am okay with that. So a lot of the times when I'm scrapbooking, you get the impact from the photos and the title, and there's not a whole heck of a lot of journaling. But sometimes you get a photo and you're like, what the heck is this? And then you see the title and you're like, what? So you need to go to the journaling to find out the deep part of the story. Now these are thin steel ruled dies. They are for slimline cards. And these are also from Brutus Monroe. And I just pulled off the Happy Birthday dies. So I'm going to die cut that outline with the paperclip paper, and then I die cut it the Happy Birthday with just some black cardstock. Now I am using some liquid adhesive to go ahead and put those down. And if you do look close at that teal green paper, you can see that they are paper clips, but I'm not really banking on anyone kind of like getting that up close and personal with these teal green strips of paper. And if they do, and they're like, what the heck are these paper clips? And I'll just be like, yeah, why? But I really don't think anybody's going to judge. And if they do, they can pound sand. I really don't think people have the right to judge your creations and your creativity unless you ask them to. So if you put your creation out there and you're like, please critique me, or what do you think I could have done better, or do you like this, then people have the right to tell you. But if somebody's flipping through my album and they're like, oh, I cannot believe you used paperclip paper, I'm going to be like, stuff it, buddy. This is my album. It makes me happy. These are my memories. This is my choice. This is how I want to do it. And it just, I don't know. I'm going to get on a soapbox here, so we're going to step away from that subject. We'll get on a soapbox a little bit later. So I do spell out Happy Birthday, you filthy animal, and I do spell correctly as I'm going backwards. So that makes me happy, because sometimes when you spell backwards, or at least sometimes when I spell backwards, I kind of screw it up and misspell words. I am going to do a couple little dots of liquid adhesive, and then I go get my gold sparkly sequins from the Brutus Monroe shop and make sure that the sparkliest bit is up top. I add my journaling, which did happen off of camera. For some reason, my camera decided to stop recording, but it is there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out the links down below if you're interested in any of the products, and I will see you again real soon for another video.